Hello, fellow Bians, lovers of freedom all over the world. I welcome you to today's program. Today is 21st of 21st of May, June. My people, I'm sorry about that error. Today is 21st of June 2024. I am here today, my people, for us to continue. As you can see from the picture, you see our leader's picture. The other day in court, Nigeria government, the zoo, Gota media, as usual, the envelope journalists, they were lying against our leader, that our leader was trying to negotiate with Nigeria for reconciliation, and that is not true. So my people, I'm calling upon you to join me to hear and listen to so many videos that debunked that lies. If you look at the title of this program, you will see that it is the same thing I'm saying. My people, join me. Biafra is our nation, and we are not going back. This is our second time. Second missionary journey after Odumegwu Ojukwu's first missionary journey on getting Biafra, and it failed. My people, this time Biafra is coming to stay. We will not fail again. Join me, my people, fellow Biafrans all over the world. Join me. Before I continue, my people, I have to thank God. Almighty and everlasting God, King of glory, I thank you. Father, Lord, in every situation, we must give thanks to your holy name. Almighty God, we are grateful and thankful to you because you are the owner of the world. There is nothing we can do without calling upon you to take thanks, to be with us, to guide us, and to lead us. Almighty God, we in our language, we call you Chukwu Okike Abiama, the owner of the world. I thank you for my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wonderful man, intelligent man, a man that does not segregate. We thank you for his life, and I pray that he will be released to regain his freedom. I pray and thank you for our current leader, the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. From what Simon Ekpa is doing for France, I know that you are the one that sent him. We thank you, Father Lord. You sent him to come and liberate us at this time because you know everything. You know that those that will disappoint Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that is what the zoo wants. I thank you, Father Lord, for the entire Biafrans. Thank you. People, join me today so that we will listen to what our leader has to say before I go into the whole details.
Kidnap all you like, intimidate all you like, oppress all you like. But let me tell you something you don't quite understand. We are involved in a nationalist pursuit. We are of our land. And I want Fulani to understand this very clearly. Understand it very, very clearly. We are not going to today, not tomorrow, not ever. If you have come to our land to kill us, you are going to die there.
Yes, my people, we have all heard it. And you cannot tell me, anyone cannot tell me that a man who talks like this is a man that will be looking for reconciliation from Nigeria government. Nigeria government has nothing to write home about. A wonderful man like our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he cannot tell you or turn around tomorrow to start asking Nigeria for reconciliation. Reconciliation of what? That is highly, highly impossible. So my people, it is a very rebuttable or rebuttable presumption. Our leader can never do that. Let me play it again.
Kidnap all you like, intimidate all you like, oppress all you like. But let me tell you something you don't quite understand. We are involved in a nationalist pursuit, in the freedom of our land. And it will never stop. To understand this very clearly. Understand it very, very clearly. We are not going to stop. Not today. Kidnap all you like, intimidate all you like, oppress all you like. But let me tell you something you don't quite understand. We are in a nationalist pursuit, pursuing the freedom of our land. And it can. I want you to understand this very clearly. Understand it very, very clearly. We are not going to stop. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. If you come to our land to kill us, you are going to die there.
Yes, my people, when you hear a man that talks like this, tell me anyone that our leader who talks this way is a man that will turn around and be asking Nigeria for reconciliation. Reconciliation of what? Our leader is not a man that talks from two sides of his mouth. Whatever Onyendu believes in, he believes in it and he stands upon that very principle. Onyendu is not a man that you can push here and there or override his own principles. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu believes so much in Biafra coming. He cannot compromise his position that Biafra should come or that Biafra should hold a referendum or Nigeria should hold a referendum, whichever way, provided people are given the chance and the opportunity in their mind and vote for where they want to belong to. But that referendum that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was asking for, Nigeria never wanted to honor it. Nigeria keeps shaking, dabbling, meddling, massacring, buying people from north to south, east and west. Let me tell you people, the Fulanis, they believe that they own Nigeria. But unfortunately, Nigeria is a country that they cannot handle, let alone coming over to Biafra. Whatever Nigeria government wants, they will get it in Biafra land. Before I proceed, my people, I have to remind you that this is one of the Breji platforms where we give you the authentic information. We do not preach hate. We do not preach violence. We are very peace-loving people. But the fact that we Biafrans, we are very humble, very smart, intelligent people, does not mean that if you come to fight us, we'll allow you to kill us. No. It will not be easy for you. Not at all. It will not. Because we believe in live and let live. But if you say that we will not live, I'm afraid it will be very too hot for you to. it will be too hot. When one of our elderly men, I've forgotten his name now, when he went to ask Buhari, the late Buhari, to allow Onyendu to go, Buhari said no, that he should leave everything to the court. He even called Biafrans. Hello, my wonderful sister. Thank you for joining, Diane. I've remembered his name. His name was Ndubisi Ame, the last minister of the 1960s. He went to ask Buhari, please allow Mazina go. He refused. He said, I will leave it for the court. Now they are asking for this and that and that and that. Nigeria is so confused. They don't know what they want. That's why today I said to myself, yesterday we were talking about the PM's speech, emergency speech on the space. So we had no time to deal with this. And I promised that today I will talk about it. Let's listen to him again.
Kidnap all you like, intimidate all you like, oppress all you like. But let me tell you something you don't quite understand. We are involved in a nationalist position. We are putting the freedom of our land.
Yes, we are involved in a nationalist pursuit. We are a nation, and we are in pursuit of that nation. Nationalist pursuit. We want our freedom. We are not calling for war. I don't know why it is difficult for Nigeria government, all these educated people, to let Nigeria government know that freedom, freedom, you cannot compromise it. You cannot tell somebody, I will give you half of your freedom. No, no, no. Freedom is not negotiable. You can negotiate any type of business, but not freedom, liberty. Even a newborn baby, when they are crying, they will be shaking their hands and their mouth and their legs. If you try to tie them up or tie their hands up, they will still be crying because they haven't gotten what they wanted. I mean, little babies, let alone an adult. Up till tomorrow, Nigeria government, they have failed to understand. Even if Fulanis want to come and settle the whole Fulanis in the country, they should, that they don't have to do that.
And it can never stop. Kidnap all you like, intimidate all you like, oppress all you like. But let me tell you something you don't quite understand. We are involved. We are pursuing the freedom of our land, and it can never stop. I want to understand this very clearly. Understand very, very clearly. We are not going to stop. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. If you have come to our land to kill us, you are going to die there.
Yes, my people. That's what our Onyendu said. And you know, when they were saying something about our PM the other day on a video, the pictures or the images on our PM's Twitter handle, they were talking about it, and the lawyer said that Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not on the same page as Simon Ekpa. Hello, Chuka. Thank you, my wonderful brother. Thank you for joining. Ihe Binike, thank you. Thank you. So the lawyer, I have that video here somewhere. Let me see if I can play their voice. You know? So the barrister that was talking to that very young lady said that, yes, I've got it here. Listen to it.
Before we go there, right, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic in exile is one who says he's been fighting for self-referendum for Biafrans globally, and that they're all about fighting for the self-determination, the freedom of Biafrans. But if you check his X handle, what the pictures that are being posted there, it doesn't reflect what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. For example, with what Nnamdi Kanu said in court today, that IPOP is a peaceful group. They're all about finding ingenuity, their independence, right? And the right for them to own. So if Simon Ekpa supposedly says that he's fighting for something similar to what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for, if you go to his account, the kind of pictures there and uploads, don't you think it's rather complicating issues for Nnamdi Kanu as well? If at all the court may want to grant him any form of clemency or clear off his
Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa are not on the same page.
Okay.
Have you heard it?
They are also
That they are not on the same page. Okay, let me play this for you.
Kidnap all you like, intimidate all you like, oppress all you like. But let me tell you something you don't. We are involved in a national pursuit. We are pursuing the freedom of our land, and it can never stop. I want them to understand this very clearly. Understand it very, very clearly. We are not going to stop. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. If you have come to our land to kill us, you are going to die
Not
there.
tomorrow, not ever. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Did you hear it? So for this barrister that was saying that what Simon Ekpa, that he does not stand on the same page as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what leader said now? And to this very video or this very conversation between this barrister and this young lady, our PM said it. You will listen to where he was addressing our PM as a criminal. You don't start by castigating people or slandering them without genuine excuse, because the person can sue you for defamation of character. Yes, great the great. Yes, I don't know. Did you hear the voice of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Let me play it again, because this is a man that all these other media in the zoo said that he was seeking reconciliation negotiations with Nigeria, and that is not true. This is the last I'm going to his voice. Then I will play you people the voice of those who were lying that our Onyendu was seeking negotiation or reconciliation with Nigeria. What for? The Kanu that everybody knows. Why is he still there? Why would it take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 3 years or 2 years to ask for reconciliation if he wants a reconciliation. These things are one of the things that the world should hearing about Nigeria. I will then play you the video of Obama, what he said yesterday about Nigeria.
Kidnap all you like, intimidate all you like, oppress all you like. But let me tell you something you don't quite understand.
Kidnap all you like, intimidate. Onyendu knows that they are intimidators and that they are kidnappers. He knew it. So what other page is now Onyendu different from the page where our PM is?
Are involved in a nationalist pursuit. We are pursuing the freedom of our land, and it can never stop. I want Frank to understand this very clearly.
He said that it can never stop, and he knew it. He is saying it authoritatively that the pursuit for our nationalists or our nation Biafra will never stop. He never said, oh, after a while we might negotiate or we will look for reconciliation. What reconciliation? What are we reconciling with Nigeria? When openly and clearly told someone, I'm leaving you, and they are fighting. Because when Buhari was telling Rika Mechi, the last minister of the 60s, hello, Sonny, thank you, my brother, for joining. When Mbazurika Mechi was telling them that, you know, begging, pleading with Buhari to release our leader, Buhari said, oh, that we are not, that he will leave it to the court. Little did he know that it won't be easy for them to overwhelm the dots. If he gets up from his grave today, he will be turning. Be surprised that we have resisted them. The court hearing 2 days ago on the 19th, today is 21st, they were saying that Onyendu is seeking reconciliation. How one say that? Blistered be their tongue for such a wish. It can never be Onyendu, and it will never be. Listen to
Not all you like, intimidate like, but let me tell you something you don't quite understand. We are involved in a nationalist pursuit. We are pursuing the freedom of our land, and it can never stop. I want Fulani to understand this very clearly. Understand it very, very clearly. We are not going to stop. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. If you have come to our land to kill us, you are going to die there.
Yes. So now tell me what Onyendu have said from what this barrister, the lady, young lady is asking when you go to the PM's Twitter handle, the image you see there. Musa only that there is asymmetric means war between a very tough man and a very small man, because when you go to dictionary to look up what symmetric means, it means a tussle between a bigger something and a smaller something. And Musa said it himself. When they will take Musa to wash him in the laundry of ICC court, let him not deny it, because it's all there. The internet never forgets. That's why everyone watch what they say, because the time of reckoning is fast approaching. Hello, my brother Anthony Umeji. Thank you for joining. It's nice. In UK is cold. Tomorrow sunny, cold today. Just here and there. Thank you, my brother. My people, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our PM, they have one common principle: nationalist, independence of Biafrans, freedom and liberty. The only difference now is that our Onyendu has incarcerated, and you know a proverb in my language: when the lion is crippled, many animals will come. That's it. Ndị Igbo si na ụkwụ ji agụ mgbada bịalia mgbalụ or bịalia ụgwọ. My leader is Tiger, the Lion of Africa, not just Biafra. No, our leader is Lion of Africa. He wants freedom for every African, and in particular Biafrans, because that's where he hailed from. Our leader is not a Nigerian. And we that we are Nigerians, we are now clamoring to go with our leader. We are no more, we are now Biafrans. Yes. Okay. Cold and raining for you. Cover yourself, brother. We need every Biafran to be alive till 2nd of this. God has given us this opportunity to take this opportunity and leave the zoo. We should not waste time. My people, every donation we need must be provided by we Biafrans. We have nobody to fight for us. So for those who were saying that Onyendu was seeking to live where they kept him by reconciliation, is a lie. That's what I am here today to debunk. Or anybody calling my prime minister criminal is not acceptable, and that should not repeat itself. Our PM is doing the right thing to secure freedom for his people, and he is following it step by step in accordance with the national and international law. Nothing more, nothing less. You should stop castigating our PM. They cannot talk about Gumi. They cannot talk about Shetima. They cannot talk about Pantami or Gumi. They cannot talk about Garuba. They cannot talk about all El Rufai, all of them that are sponsoring Boko Haram. They are the ones sponsoring Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP. And my people, you are an adult staying at home and children are fighting and hurt themselves, you will always be blamed. You will be blamed. There is no how a whole nation like Biafra is sitting there watching Nigeria doing everything they are doing without us saying something or doing something. Maybe God wants to use the Fulanis to push us straight to our nation and stop getting involved with the unbelievers. That's what God wants to do. That's why he provided our Mazi Simon Ekpa for us. Do you people think that if God's hands are not in what we are doing, that somebody will come out after they have kidnapped our leader? No, my people. There is God's hands in what we are doing. And we should all be prayerful at this point in time. Give God all the thanks and all the glory for giving us a man like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and supporting him with a man like Simon Ekpa, our prime minister, an indomitable prime minister for that matter, not a lily-livered prime minister. That's why I like him so much. He doesn't talk like a weak man. He is always bold in whatever he is saying or doing. And it is all in accordance with the rules of law. So anybody like this man here calling, let me play his voice so that you hear him clearly.
Says that he's fighting for something similar to what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. If you go to his account, the kind of pictures there and uploads, don't you think it's rather complicating issues for Nnamdi Kanu as well? If at all the court may want to grant him any form of clemency or clear off his charges?
Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa are not on the same page.
Okay.
They are also not on the same direction. Nnamdi Kanu is the face and the leader of IPOB.
Okay.
And he has professed several times that they are against violence and that IPOB will never adopt violence in their approach. Nnamdi Kanu has also at all times condemned the resort of violence, and he had urged that anybody who believes in their philosophy and ideology of self-determination should not adopt violence. And that is why...
But finally, I would like us to go into reverse it. But before we go there, right, the Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is one who says...
Okay, they said that our Onyendu does not support violence. Last thing that Onyendu said here.
Not today, not ever. If you have come to our land to kill us, you are going to die there.
Did you hear that? If you have come to our land to kill us, you will die there. Because they said this by sword, dies by sword. Yes, my brother Anthony said you can't talk about them because they are afraid. Mad people everywhere. Envelope media. Yes, brown envelope media. That's what they are. So this man that is talking about our PM, he equally called our PM names.
Don't you think it's...
are not on the same page.
Okay.
Kanu is the face that they are against violence and that IPOB will never adopt violence in their approach. Nnamdi Kanu has also at all times condemned the resort, and he had urged that anybody who believes in their philosophy and ideology of self-determination should not adopt violence. And that is why...
Yes, that is why. That's where it ended.
Well, I would like...
My people, they said that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was seeking, yes, that's the right word, that he was seeking for negotiation. But that was, it's not. Let me play the video so that you will also listen to it. Let it not just be my word. When Biafra is talking about freedom and referendum, we are not the first in this world to ask for our freedom. Many of us are in overseas countries where they have fought wars for self-determination as a nation or as a country. Therefore, we are not the first, and definitely we will not be the last. Currently, the sick, people you know that they call sick in Asia, They are asking India to free them, that they want to go. They are at loggerhead with India currently, not yesterday, not tomorrow. Constantly, they are at it. And it was from India that Pakistan and Bangladesh came out. So Biafra will not be the last. And as you all know, Ukraine and Russia is at it, fighting for their freedom. As you all know as well, during 1705 and 1706, America fought Britain for freedom and liberty. So it's a long time ago, 200 years now. Britain and America are now good friends. So, my people, we need our freedom.
Faces charges of 7 counts of terrorism, which he denies. But in court earlier today, lawyers said they were ready to enter with the federal government through the Office of the Attorney General in an attempt to seek some form of reconciliation and settlement, to which the presiding judge, Binta Nyako, said he had no, and it was up to the parties to agree on the way they want the matter to go. So what happens next? Could this be a way out for the believer? Faces charges of 7 counts of terrorism, which he did. Earlier today, the Kanu's lawyers said they...
You know, the Yeye man talking here is an Igbo person. Do you people know? He wants to speak like Oyibo man. Yeye. 7 counts of terrorism act, which he denies. Somebody who is asking for freedom, is that terrorism? Why will he not deny? Of course he has to deny, because that's not what he's asking or what he's seeking from Nigeria. He's seeking for referendum to be held. This who here, he's reading it as if it is true. Onyendu was never a terrorist, because these Arise News and their gutter media. Hello, Gabriel, joining. Thank you so much. Nnamdi Kanu never asked for outside court settlement. Exactly. Thank you. Let everybody say their mind. That's what I'm here to debunk, because the world, they listen to our programs. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never and will never ask anybody for any form of settlement other than conduct and hold a referendum, so that people will be able to where they want to belong. That's all. But as Nigeria is, the system is such that even the media, all these gutter media and fly-by-night journalists, they can never tell the truth. And they are all mature. It surprises me how a man will get up to go and report on something that is not correct. That's why I played video of Onyendu here repeatedly, where Onyendu said, kidnap all you like, intimidate all you like, we are asking for our nationalist pursuit. If you come to Biafra land to kill us, then you will die there. That's the video I played first. And somebody will be telling you that what our PM is doing is what Mazi is not what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for. It's not true. Our PM is following step by step everything legally, just as Onyendu wanted. But unfortunately, Onyendu surrounded himself with sharks, liars, very, very conniving and condescending human beings around Onyendu. When Onyendu makes one step forward, they will drag him, because they have been compromised. They are brown envelope, and their envelope this time was no longer very fat envelope, 100 million. That's what they shared among themselves. Do anyone hear DOS anymore talking about Onyendu? Even Onyendu's legal fees, who pays it? They have run away because they have nothing to tell Nigeria government. That's why they are asking for our PM, because our PM is doing the needful. Our PM is doing what now? Napoleon in the person of DOS or in the group like DOS, they could not do it. But our PM single-handedly, and with the support of many you Biafrans, I love you people so much because you are wonderful people. Ndi wada bosasanani, jela chatia, no. They will always stand by you. And our PM, in his speech yesterday, he said, I will never abandon Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I will repeat it here. He said it. He said, where are the DOS? They have all abandoned Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, but I will not abandon him. Because if our PM abandons Biafra, he has abandoned Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That's what our Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that's the reason why he is where he is today. So for this man here telling you 7 count charges of terrorism, what terrorism? What terrorism? If someone calling for freedom has now become a terrorist, I wonder what you will call Gumi and Shetima, or late Buhari, or Pantami, or El Rufai, or Malami, or even Musa that accepts terrorists in his army. Tell me that you go to America today, or Britain, or Germany, or France, and they will tell you that the group of soldiers there are all repentant terrorists. You can imagine all that. There are places where you keep terrorists. You keep them incarcerated. But I'm not surprised, because Onyendu said it in one of his programs, that Nigerian country victim is always made guilty, and the ones will become. Look at it. They have released all the terrorist leaders, the mere group of terrorists, but they left a country where a bad man is the leader.
They were ready to enter into the central government through the office of the Attorney General in an attempt to seek some form of reconciliation and settlement, to which the presiding judge, Tanyako, said he had objection, and it was up to the parties to agree on the way they.
You see, this man, I don't like his voice. He lies. It was Binta Nyako who was federal government about this reconciliation, and this guy is now saying that it is Onyendu's team, and he's testing it. Yeah, Chuka said, if Nnamdi and Simon are not the same, why should they still hold him? Yeah, they are still holding him, and they're also asking for our PM to be renditioned. It is the same thing. When Onyendu was abroad, oh my God, the Ohaneze, the governors, everybody, IPOB, terrorists. Now they are calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a good man. They want to bring, if they bring our PM back to Nigeria, will their problem be solved? Is IPOB that is causing the problem in Maiduguri, northeast? IPOB causing problem in Plateau and Benue State, or in southwest in Yoruba land, or your Ogun, Edo State? Is it IPOB that have no shame? They don't know that the world is watching them.
Want the matter to go. So what happens next? Could this be a way out for the believed separatist leader, or is it just
Can you
another
imagine the
dead
word
end?
he's using? A beleaguered.
With more
Oh
on this,
my
let's
God, look
turn
at
to
him.
Arise political
Look at
editor
this
and
one that
director of news,
looks like
Sumner
Onyosi.
Samba. Good to see you, Sumner.
Beleaguered.
Thank
Look
you so
at
much,
him.
Charles.
Just tell us more about today's trial.
Yeah, very important, component, at least by both parties. Nnamdi Kanu is saying that the provisions of the law actually provide for a discussion. And if you actually look at Section 17 of the Federal High Court rules, it actually allows for the court to intervene and provide, for some sort of reconciliation.
Hello, my wonderful sister. Ndewo Ada Biafra. No, my well done. Thank you. My people to click the like button. Click the like button so that it will enable other people to join us. Yeah, my sister Mary Ike said, this time it is the government versus government. Zoo government versus Biafra government, not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Exactly. Because, you see, they try to personalize this whole thing. They try to personalize it. My sister has made a very, very valid point. Very valid. Biafra is not all about who is there. And our PM said it. It is about Biafra. Like Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu, the late supreme leader of Biafra. Have you ever heard his family coming to rear their heads about Biafra? That you are a leader of a group of people does not turn the whole thing to be your personal or your privacy. So it is not all about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Simon Ekpa. It's about the government, which is government of the people, by the people, and for the same thing in Nigeria. But the Nigerians are so lily-livered that they are there watching foreigners, Fulanis, cutting food for them and giving it to them in their hands. Their own money, their own oil, God-given blessing and the mineral resources. They are watching the Fulanis taking over. Fulanis are not more than 11 million in population. Now they have infiltrated all the bushes. Nobody goes to farm. They will burn your business. Nothing at all. I understand one name. Don't worry yourself. You are on point. You are in order. What you said is so valid. I appreciate it. Please, my people, make your contribution. Either join me or call and speak to Biafrans. We love ourselves and we listen to ourselves.
That could actually lead to an out-of-court settlement. And so if Aloy Ejimako, who is actually the lawyer for Nnamdi Kanu, is actually saying that this could be this issue, and Ademoye actually saying that,
Who represents
the federal government, saying that, look, you may actually do that, but my client, the federal government, only asks you not to actually get into negotiations. Then you have to go to the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice to actually put your demand before him, and it's left for the federal government to actually consider or not. So it could actually be a way out of the challenge. Look, Charles, if we've had Bello Bode, who is the president of the Mieti Association, Cattle Breeders Association, who was charged with terrorism, and he had his terrorists squashed recently. This we also has Sunday, who was having the Yoruba Nation agitations, and I mean, we could see how that issue was taken off. Now, the issue to that of Nnamdi continues to linger, and it beggars to believe.
This political analyst is in this very challenge. If Mieti, the terrorist leader, released, and the Sunday Igboho released, why is Nnamdi Kanu's own lingering? Because he's an Igbo man. Because the Igbo man is the only one that challenges them. Because Igbo land is the land that they will never step in. They can never step into our land. That's why they don't want to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ndị Chukwu kpọrọ ọkụ.
When one begins to see the Nigerian authority, what is happening in the southeast, and that's why sometimes myself and others continue to question the sort of lamentation strategy by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, when he keeps lamenting. For example, the factional leader of IPOB is brought in.
Right,
that
the guy
issue
in
cannot
Finland.
in Finland, it can't be stopped and all of that. The issues are bigger than Nnamdi Kanu and Simon. Issues of injustices. Elder statesman.
Did you hear that? They are asking for Simon Ekpa. Is bigger. What is going on is bigger than Mazi Simon Ekpa. And why is it bigger? My people, why is it bigger? It's bigger because na ndị ọcha chọrọ oil anyị, chọọ mmanụ anyị, chọọ gas. Ndị Fulani wee bụrụ the weakest link Fage use. They are always telling you that it's bigger. It's not bigger. It's not bigger. They are asking for their freedom. It's not bigger. And look at this Arise News guy, even have his heading, Nnamdi Kanu considers out of court. He's not considering it, and he will never. When they are lying from two sides of their mouth, you will always see it. And this very man he invited here is telling him and the government the truth, but they will never listen.
Chief Edwin Clark said not quite long ago when he turned 96. One of the things that should be done is to assess the grievances of the country and see how those issues can be settled through restructuring, through good governance, and for the federal government to give certain powers to the component parts of the federation. Not necessarily Nnamdi Kanu, not necessarily Simon Ekpa, but those in authorities have failed to actually take a critical look as to what is making these agitations, secessionist groups to actually spring up, including in the incumbent president's region, over and over.
Yeah,
That's
a
a
good
there needs
point.
to be a new strategy, and it's more politically inclined
Yeah.
than military inclined.
That's a
because
good point,
we've
but-
been wasting bullets, guns,
Yeah.
ammunition, and this issue hasn't
But
stopped. With soldiers
specifically-
being killed.
Yeah. That's a good point. But specifically,
Yes, Oluwatosi, Biafra people don't let Nigeria president and their cabal deceive you, because Yoruba nation will start our government anytime, any day. Wow, that is very plausible. Thank you, Ajewole. My brother, yes, they cannot deceive us. They are not. You know, my brother, if Tinubu will be honest with you people, What he is seeing in that Aso Rock, he cannot tell anybody. Yes, 70 million Biafrans are bigger than anybody that want to take Biafra resources. Yes. Yes, you are very, very correct. We know they cannot deceive us. You trust Biafrans now. Trust us. We tried it the first time. They brought Russia, brought all the countries all over the world to come and take over. But they cannot. They cannot. They will never. Let's continue to listen to this guy. We are serious. Thank you, my brother, for joining. Remember to subscribe to Betty4 TV and click the like button so that anytime I am on, then they will send you notification. Thank you so much for this wonderful submission.
News case. Is there a point made that the reason they're holding him the way they are, it was granted bail, so there was no issue of prejudice or anything at that point. He was granted bail, and then something happened, and then he skipped bail, and then went forward and in violation of all the things of that bail when he left. And then they had to sort of split him back, even though the process by which he was brought back is considered illegal.
Yeah, but ordinary rendition,
yeah,
when the government engages in illegality to actually get someone who's
I'm wondering
wanted.
Whether that is a consideration for why their backs seem to have got very stiff over the issue right now.
Yeah, I understand how bitter the Nigerian state is. And of course, there's no going aloof and watch what's happening in the southeast of the country, where you see on specific days, you have sit at home, going on with a whole region losing, so much to, these separatist groups. I mean, there's no government that...
You see, my people, one thing that I don't understand with these people, but we have to take them the way. They are very gullible. They are all puppets. They don't know what they are doing or saying. Why don't they understand what civil disobedience is? When we come out to protest, that we are protesting, and military, we go shooting our boys and girls. When we stay at home, they are complaining. Is it their business? This money we are losing, is it better than the lives of all these people that the military terrorists are buying in Biafra land? Hello, Owen. Thank you for joining. Thank you. I can see you. Make your comments respectfully and constructively. We are talking about these news lies that Onyendu is seeking from Nigeria government a reconciliation. Not after 3 years. Onyendu can never be seeking for reconciliation. He is lying. But this man, you are seeing his picture here, he's a political analyst, they said, and he is telling them there is no point. There is no point for the government to be asking for PM to be brought back. When Mazin Nnamdi Kanu you brought back, you have sorted the problem. There was a problem in Southeast. They brought the problem to the Southeast using Governor Dave Umahi and Governor Hope Zodema. No, there was nothing in Southeast. We don't have any problem in Southeast. They brought the problem. The problem. If they hear you talk about Biafra, they will come fighting you. Bring Tucano aircraft. Yeah. So Nigeria media is portraying Nigeria in the worst light ever. And that is exactly the way Nigeria is. Yes, Oluwatosi said, see, Nigeria media are not allowed to carry out what is actually happening in Yoruba land. We have already gone. Both your governors and Tinubu Ahmed will soon collapse. Mark it down. A matter of days. I know, my brother. You know, Tinubu started removing things, bringing back Central Bank to Lagos, some of the major branches, and rebuilding Northern Barrack. When they removed the capital from South, which is in Lagos, did they tell anybody? They don't believe that we, the Southerners, we can rule ourselves. Since 1960, it has always been Fulani ruling that country. We, the indigenous people, Tafawa Balewa and the Sadwana of Sokoto, they have made their people believe that Nigeria belongs to them. So we are leaving Nigeria for them. Oduduwa should go. Biafran should go. Thank you, Oluwatosin, for your wonderful contribution. I know that very soon the Oduduwans will go. We are on our way. And they are crying, Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa, Southeast, Simon Ekpa, Southeast. We have to make a song with that name, Simon Ekpa, and the Southeast. I will think of the type of music I'm going to produce with it. Because these people, they cry every day, but that's not what where it ends. Let me play his voice and let's watch another video, very important video.
Watch wanting to take over a region. But for how long are we going to continue this? And if we've been able to make a success out of the fight against insurgencies with the Boko Haram, it's been able to go down, and we're able to do this de-radicalization policy by the defense headquarters. Why can't we apply same in the southeast of the country? So there are so many things that the Nigerian government, telling us about the southeast. We at some point that yes, we need to restructure our.
Yes, this man is asking a very valid question, very intelligent question. Is there anything that the Nigerian government is people about Southeast? Okay, let me tell you people what it is. I know what it is. What it is that the Fulanis, they have hidden and open agenda, and they are carrying it out straight on. They want to Islamize the whole country. Southeast, we have oil in Calabar, Biafra land. We have oil in River, Biafra land. We have oil in Biafra land. We have oil in Owerri, Uguta, oil and gas, chippings and bitumen, every mineral resource the terrorists need to go and be fighting the Western world. That's what they saw in Southeast. They formed Boko Haram in the Northeast. Yes, they formed Boko Haram there. But their main reason for forming Boko Haram is to take it to Southeast in order to overwhelm us. And our Prime Minister have made it categorically clear that not under his watch will anybody buy a Biafran without being any consequences or answerable to it. Hello, Bruce. Thank you for joining. My sister, none of them want to. Yes. So this barrister or this political analyst here, he is bringing out very salient points that makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah.
Do certain things to assuage the feelings of people in different parts of the country. People are beginning to ask questions that if separatist leaders in the southwest have been granted, they've been left off the hook, and that of the north, they've been left off the hook. What is happening? Yeah, but well, they said that they had undergone of trials in the courts, and that some of the leaders got killed, especially in the Northeast. But we are saying for this, there seems to be some sort of delay on this Nnamdi Kanu issue. And while we take its course, if it's actually wrong, but nonetheless, there seems to be a delay over this particular. Now, what happened in 2018 is actually the reason why we're here. And that's why I said the lamentation strategy by the Chief of Defense Staff on Simon Ekpa, if it's not properly handled, we may have another Nnamdi Kanu situation at hand, where if he is intercepted and he brought to Nigeria, trigger of more agitations, more killings in the Southeast. So what we need to do is to look for settle this issue politically. And when like Edwin Clark saying this, you will know that yes, they may not have gone through it the right way. And of course, nobody will condone the killing of soldiers and other military men. But the continued use of force
is fueling it.
It's fueling it.
Okay.
And then
let me
someone like
Nnamdi
Kanu, if the court process is not there will be a tendency for people to think even the courts have been tied by the government. And
we're on much support and sympathy does Mr. Kanu have in Nigeria, insofar as it is possible to gauge that?
Well, he got a lot of sympathy from people, and that's why you see that the monies continue to come in, both Nigeria and outside. As of that sympathy that the Southeast continues political marginalization over the dictation has always been that why have we failed to have a practice extraction or a vice president of Southeast extraction since after Alex Ekweme in the Second Republic? Could this issue, if we're able to as a nation see how we can devolve powers in such a way that we could reduce this agitation? And then could it be that the call for a new state in the Southeast, for example, if it's given, could help reduce some of this, separatist agitations? We must do something to make the Southeast to look, it's not just being seen to be part of, it's actually part of Nigeria. And that's why we're saying that if of recent we could have this issue, terrorism charges slammed against the president of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association, Bello Bodejo, and they were charged. The federal government removed the same charges from him. Why can't it apply so that this issue in the Northeast will be quelled and Nigeria will focus more on development?
So your assessment at the moment is that in the face of lots of calls, you mentioned Edwin Clark amongst them, for Mr. Kanu's release, that there is no President Tinubu is at all.
Yes, and that's why we want him to actually fulfill his campaign promises, because he said he was going to restructure the country. We're going to see how we'll get the country back together and have a conversation. We can't do this, solve these political problems that have been there with us over time, that are built on injustices. The next president will inherit and it will be a problem. Look, there's nobody.
My people, we cannot dwell on this. From what this guy is saying, he is bringing out all the points, and Charles does not want him to. He wanted to say, but he's really voicing them out. Know how Nigeria can move forward if they are going backward and forward. But it's not, it's not our business anymore. Look at this one. See what this lady is asking our Onyendu, and the way Onyendu carefully answered and replied her.
Are you seeking an out-of-court settlement with the federal government?
It's them that is holding me. They should tell me what they want to do.
It's a direct question. Yes. Sir, are you seeking an out-of-court settlement with the federal government? lawyer moves today. Are you seeking an out-of-court settlement with the federal government?
It's them that is holding me. They should tell me what they want to do with me.
No, it's a direct question. Yes. So I've got settlement with the federal government.
I can't seek what I didn't initiate. They are the ones that kidnapped me and brought me here. So
But
it's whatever they say is that will happen.
is trying to move Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act.
Yes.
It calls for negotiation. Are you in line with that?
I reminded the judge of powers.
I think it's the judge's powers. I don't think it's in his powers.
Yes, he said that he reminded the judge because the lady is asking Onyendu, are you seeking out of court settlement? Onyendu said, I don't know, I'm not. Because they brought me back. They have to decide what they want to do with me. And she repeated the question. Then the Onyendu's lawyer immediately came in to tell her that this Section 17 was to the judge.
Calls for negotiation. Are you in line with that?
I reminded the judge of powers.
I think it's the judge's powers. I don't think it's within his powers. It's for the judge to decide.
Okay, so would you want the judge to decide that?
Yes.
Okay, but now she has sent you to the AGF. So how do you explore that particular position of the court?
Well, the prosecutor who is prosecuting by fiat is not opposed to that. He too said we can go to AGF, and we are saying AGF can also come to us. That's correct. So that means they are putting to the prospects for reconciliation. That's what the law says.
He's actually putting the law what the law says.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Onyendu said he is acting the law and reminding the judge of what the law says in that area of Section 17. And this is what he later said. He heard all the people saying that Onyendu is seeking for a reconciliation.
Question. She said, on what grounds do you intend to approach the federal government for negotiation in line with Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act? Exactly.
Well, what you heard in court about Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act is simply what the National Assembly enacted. The National Assembly enacted at that Section 17 that reconciliation.
Question. She said, on what grounds to approach the federal government for negotiation in line with Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act? Exactly.
Well, what you heard in court about Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act is simply what the National Assembly enacted at that Section 17 that reconciliation shall be promoted by the court between parties before the court, criminal or civil. So it so happened, and it came to pass that today that very issue was in open court. So it is either for the court in its wisdom to initiate it and direct that parties engage in such, which the court did indirectly by not opposing and by even suggesting it, or the parties themselves, either party, either the defendant or the prosecution, can initiate it. So that's not very unusual. Recently we saw a situation where the Attorney General of the Federation took steps under Section 174 of the Constitution, which is very similar to Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act. He took that position to prosecution of two very high-profile cases in this country. The first one, Wole, Yele, Showore, and the second one concerning Bodijo of Mieteala. So these things are not unusual. So if they do occur as a conversation in open court, it's just as a matter of wonder why such a situation should not apply to Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and that is what played out in court today?
Well, we have gotten to that same point I will call judicial stalemate. And more importantly, it has come to the point where national interest is supposed to come into play. I thank the lawyers for holding forth to this particular moment. And
my people, you know, with this very clip where Onyendu's lead counsel, Mr. Ejimako, is taking time to explain to the Nigerian society through the help of the journalists, explaining to them how many people Nigeria government released applying similar section of the law to release even the Mietiala, the insurgency, those who are the terrorist leader, has been released through similar situation. You will know that what Buhari told Mbazurika Amechi, Nigeria government, they always lie. This Mbazurika Amechi was asking Buhari to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said we should leave it to the court. Not are getting so weakened, so compromised, so unprofessional that they do no longer apply cases with the rules of law. Cases of similar, in fact, the same, not even similar, they are exactly the same thing. The similarities there is 99.1% for the Mieti Allah leader to be released. The terrorist leader released. Sunday Igboho is also asking for the freedom of his people, and he has been released. The same thing that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for is what the others that have been released were all asking for. Now, why wouldn't Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be released? And that is what we want the whole world to know, that these people are looking for our problem. They are looking for our trouble. And somebody will be talking about sit at home every Monday, that our economy this, our economy that, while a whole life or the lives of our youth that are being incarcerated without being tried, you will be detaining someone illegally without any trial. They have no case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria government and their sham judicial system, they are exhausted. They have exhausted all their powers. I am just wondering where they are going to now extract another power to hold Onyendu. No more powers. Since the 3 judges in the High Court in 2022 told them that Onyendu has not committed anything, even if he did, the way you renditioned him have taken away your power to hold him, because you did it illegally. They breached national and international courts. So what Buhari said has now been violated, and that shows that Nigeria does not comply with any rule whatsoever, because they are ruled by terrorists. They have their common goal. They know that if they release, okay, tell me if the governors or who anybody can accuse or can rightly say that they are the ones causing Onyendu's not being released. Is it their order that is more powerful in the whole country than that of the president of the country or the governors, the ones in the court telling the judges what to do. That shows the world the weakness and the lackadaisical way of Nigeria dealing with issues in a very archaic and very degrading manner. Very, very archaic.
And I appreciate what the judge said, which is what we have been coming here saying from day one, that we cannot resolve this thing through the judicial angle at this moment. And we have said from the moment his house was raided, from the moment he was extradited from Kenya and so on and so forth, that numerous courts in the land have declared those actions null and void. So why are we still here? And federal government has also adopted that same approach in the Meta issue where they filed discontinuance. They have also done it in Sowore issue where they filed discontinuance. And when we had all these issues in Niger Delta, there was reconciliation and discussions. When we had all these issues, even in Northeast, there was the same issue. North Central, there was the same issue. So how come we have gotten to the Southeast, then nobody is having this conversation? So I'm pleased with the decision court today is already there under Section 7. They are under Section 17 of the 1999 Constitution that government discontinue. And grounds for discontinue is national interest, public interest. And I represent the people. Likewise, my brother, other lawmakers from the Southeast. We can go home most of the times. There is insecurity everywhere. People are being killed. Businesses are affected. Foreign remittance to our place is going down because people are leaving those rural areas. Of public interest and national interest that government considers this.
Yes, this public interest and national interest was why Malami refused to release Onyendu when High Court said that Onyendu should be released to Kenya and be paid 500 million in compensation for him for 8 days, torturing him. Malami said that no public interest. Public interest is when group of people who have sitting at home every day, every Monday, tells you that the reason why they are sitting at home is because you have incarcerated their leader. Is it not public enough? The interest, is it not enough? But let me tell you, my people, conclusively, all these things is money-making machine for the governors and their deputies, for the president and their deputies. It is money-making machine for them, this situation, because the governors will go to federal government to borrow money that they are fighting insurgency in the Southeast, IPOB, ESN, Biafra Liberation Army, and they will give them the million, and they will go and mark it abroad, because any administration or administrative governance in the West Africa, Nigeria, Biafra, no, Biafra is not included because we are not yet a nation, but we are on our way. Every government in there is there to make money. They are not there for the interest of their people. Hello, Peter. Thank you for joining. Yes. Thank you so much. God will bless all of us. Every Biafran must be blessed because we have suffered so many years in the hands of these people. So, my people, let me read out for you. This Section 17 they are talking about is Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act, and it states, in any proceedings in the court may promote reconciliation among parties thereto, and encourage and facilitate the amicable settlement thereof. That is what Section 17 said, and that is the same section, a similar section that they used in setting free the terrorist leader last month. And you know, Sunday Igboho incarcerated, but he has been freed. So these two cases are similar to Onyendu's case, and the question is, why is Onyendu still being incarcerated? Because he is an Igbo man. Yes, he is an Igbo man.
Option provided under Section 7 174, and the ball is now in the court of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu government. As somebody who wants to renew interest, it's time to renew interest in the southeast by opening the gate and let Mazin Nandi Kanu go home. And let's now open the conversation for addressing the challenge. Thank you.
Yes, my people, we are here to do justice to anything they are saying against our leader. He is never asking for any reconciliation because you all know who he is. Hello, my wonderful. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Good evening, my sister. I love you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you. My people, we must vote. We must make contribution to support what our PM is doing for us. Yes, our PM is doing a lot. Is doing a lot. Let us listen to President Obama on Tinubu's visit to South Africa. Listen to him, and I will play a video.
Of South Africa. Ignore President Tinubu during the presidential inauguration in South Africa. Why was Tinubu placed behind smaller African leaders? This is a disgrace to the biggest black nation in the world. It's being relegated to a lesser position during such an important event is a clear indication that Nigeria needs to reassess its diplomatic standing and take concrete steps to improve its global image.
Have you people heard it?
This is a disgrace to the biggest black nation. Nigeria must of South Africa. Ignore President Tinubu during the presidential inauguration in South Africa. Why was Tinubu placed behind smaller African leaders? This is a disgrace to the biggest black nation in the world. Relegated to a lesser position during such an important event is a clear indication that Nigeria needs to reassess its diplomatic standing and take concrete.
Yes, let's watch now.
Of South Africa. Ignore President Tinubu during the presidential inauguration in South Africa. Why was Tinubu placed behind smaller African leaders? This is a disgrace to the biggest.
Why was Tinubu behind small countries or small leaders of Africa? Why was Tinubu placed behind small African nations, leaders? Why? Disrespect. When somebody don't care about you, you will be behind. He said that Nigeria must do something about its diplomatic position. Big African nation. Their president was placed behind other small African leaders. You see it? You all know Barack Obama's voice.
South Africa. Ignore President Tinubu during the presidential inauguration in South Africa. Why was Tinubu placed behind smaller African leaders? This is a disgrace to the biggest black nation in the world. It's
He said it's a disgrace to the biggest African nation in the world. Because this Africa they are talking about, Nigeria has the largest of black people. But Nigeria does not respect itself. Look at what they are doing with our leader. Toying about, messing up. You have now seen it, that the whole world is watching. He was placed behind small African leaders. You see? When you are doing something in this world, especially in this dispensation, I said it, that if when the world is in the dark, Ahmadu Bello and Sardauna of Sokoto, oh, he is the same man, Tafawa Balewa and Sardauna of Sokoto, they wanted to swallow Southeast. If they could not do it then, who tells their children now that they can do it? Never. Even if I die tomorrow, I will be in spirit watching. It can never happen. Yes, Nigeria is a failed state. Yes, it's a failed state. Look at the observation. You know that Barack Obama is no longer a president. But he watched this. He observed it. And he's telling he's talking to Nigeria. It was Obama who was saying that Buhari must be the president during the time of Jonathan. You all remember, after visiting Nigeria in that year 2014, that Nigeria was preparing for the election, and he came to Nigeria and was saying that everybody should vote for Buhari. Where is Buhari and Obama supporting Nigeria? He is the one of the ones supporting Nigeria. Look at what he's saying today. Because Nigeria has been decaying, and has gotten to this level of no mekwatarism. Broken bottle. Onwero mekwata. Onwero mekwata cha. My brother Ambrose said, Tinubu is a disgrace to the world leaders. Yeah. It's not just Tinubu, the whole Nigeria. Because you wash and scrub a pig is always a pig. We need to go, my people. Everybody should be hands on deck. Make your contributions to support our PM, because our PM tosili support our PM. Go we me for me ofuma. Ego. Onye obuna tobe ego biko no, my people. Even if you have cravings for anything agalo up to $5, you can give it up. We need to sacrifice donation towards Biafra coming. All go to $1. Please, my people, it will be acceptable, because we can't leave this for our PM alone. Please, my people.
The presidential inauguration in South Africa. Why was Tinubu placed behind smaller African leaders? This is a disgrace to the nation in the world. Its being relegated to a lesser position during such an important event is a clear indication that Nigeria needs to reassess its diplomatic standing and take concrete steps to improve its global image. This is a disgrace to the biggest black nation.
Now, my people, have you seen the reason why the one crying for our PCDS, Musa, why he went and brought the royal family to clear its global image, damage control? My people, but it has come relatively late, very late. Yes, it has come late. Obama, that was Nigeria, you can imagine, he's the one now advising them to go and clear their global image. But do you think that it can be cleared? 2 days ago, when our PM was on the Twitter space, the American journalist said to our PM, what do you want America to do for you? And you will be surprised the way our PM answered that question. He said, soldiers and war equipment That's what we need, because that is what our oppressors have. You must give Fulani what they want. They come to us with equipments of war, and we need that for our self-defense, which is legal. The law allows you to defend yourself. There is no world that says you cannot defend yourself when an aggressor attacks you. And there is also no law that says that when you are asking for your freedom, that you should be killed. No law says that. That is why Biafra must come. Because this global disgrace, we don't want to share out. Donald Trump has said it in his campaign, that when he comes to power, he will deport all Nigerians from America. That's what he said. So any Nigerian or any Biafran using Nigeria passport should hurry up and go and change it. Yes. Every Biafran should wake up now. Let's fight for our freedom, Biafra or nothing. That's what my brother Ambrose said. God bless you, Ambrose. Valid point. Yes. Obama is now talking to Nigeria in a language they should understand.
Biggest black nation in the world. Its being relegated to a lesser position during such an important event is a clear indication that Nigeria needs diplomatic standing and take concrete steps to improve its global image. This is a disgrace to the biggest black nation. Nigeria must rise and elect responsible leadership to reclaim its rightful place on the global stage. Tinubu was left without even a handshake and could be seen clapping his hands to this high-level snub. He should serve as.
He said that Tinubu was left without a handshake. Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, he was re-elected because his people trust him. They believe in him. That's why they re-elected him to run for the second term as their president. Do you know that Nigeria went for BRICS and the BRICS turned Nigeria down? They turned Nigeria down. They don't want them. Now, the president of the biggest African nation is in the back. So he shook the hands of those in front. He was left without a handshake. That's what Obama is saying. So anybody who thinks that what is going on in Nigeria is not being watched worldwide should tell me whether Barack Obama was in South Africa. He was not there, but it, and he was worried. So whatever they are doing in Nigeria, doing to Biafrans, the world is also watching it.
As a wake-up call for all Nigerians. It's time to take decisive action, elect leaders who can represent the country, and reclaim Nigeria's rightful place as a leader among nations. It's crucial for the country to demonstrate strong leadership, to earn respect from other nations, and also to ensure.
Oh my God, what is sister? You two make me laugh. He said, who voted? Yes. He said, who voted for Tinubu? Yes, they know that Tinubu rigged himself into government. Thank you so much. Thank you. He said, who voted for Tinubu? Thank you so much, my wonderful sister. You always make me laugh. He said, nobody, because they voted for Peter Obi, which I am not. I'm not Peter Obi's fan. Any election in Nigeria, I'm not interested. But nobody voted for Tinubu. That's why they put him at the back. So he didn't get the handshake. Obama said it here. You are seeing the picture of Obama and you are hearing his voice. The world is noting everything that is going on because as far as I am concerned, Obama is no longer the president. He was not there. But the internet doesn't lie. They see everything that goes on. So everything that Nigerian government is doing to Biafrans, the world is watching. The world is watching. Yeah, Worry sister, Ambrose is greeting you. You are one of our world sisters. You say it the way it is. You say it exactly the way it is. You say who voted for Tinubu? Who voted for Tinubu? Yes, the world know that Tinubu stole the mandate. So he was disrespected. Plus everything happening in Nigeria. How can you be intimidating people using military to fight them? And let me tell you that they are there. He will not think of why he was treated like that when he comes back. Last on. That was why Onyendu called them zoo. Animals. Zoo.
For the country to demonstrate strong leadership, to earn respect from other nations, and of action, elect leaders who can represent the country effectively and reclaim Nigeria's rightful place as a leader among nations. It's crucial for the country to demonstrate strong leadership, to earn respect from other nations, and also to ensure that its citizens are proud of their nation's standing. Nigeria has a responsibility to command respect on the international.
Yes, Nigeria have the responsibility to command the rightful stage in international. They are not doing it. We have been doing all this for them for years, but we are now going home to go and manage our place, to go and manage our nation. I always think, why is God watching us going down this way? God wants us to learn in a hard way. He wants us to leave Nigeria by fire, by force. Listen to this Ghana pastor again. It is for the world to see that Nigeria is gone. Nigeria is gone. Everybody knows that Nigeria is gone, and Biafrans cannot be seen reasonably to be living with these people. We can't. We fall in parallel line with Nigeria, and we can never meet. We fall in parallel line. We don't live in the bush. We are people who love life. We love life. We love life. So we cannot come down to their level anymore.
I tell you, the worst in African continent is West Africa. But Ghana is trying gradually. I tell you, the worst in Africa.
Yes, my sister Diana, Nigeria government have no integrity. Exactly. No integrity at all. That in the world, not at all. Is known as terrorist-based country in international arena. Bam. You hit the coffin, the nail on the head of the coffin. That's it. They have no integrity. To start with, Tinubu, nobody voted for him according to Worry's sister. Number two, the terrorism that was going on, I thought that when Tinubu pushes himself inside, it is for him to come and stop all these ills that have engulfed Nigeria. He came and it became worse because he has gone in there to see that he cannot penetrate the Fulanis. He cannot them. They even called for the head of his wife because his wife is a Christian while Tinubu is a Muslim. You see the irony of this life. Let's listen to this pastor.
The African continent is West Africa. But Ghana is trying gradually.
That is why every Ghanaian must hold on to the peace that God has given you in this nation. Nigeria is the worst nation. I am saying it because I am saying, when you find a leader that is dull, everybody in that nation will look as if they are dull. But Nigerians are brilliant people. In all the universities in America, Nigeria, they are top notch. But their leader, they are dull. No brain of businesses, brain of future, no brain of infrastructure, no brain of raising people, but they have only to
exactly
money. And that's why you see Nigerians everywhere and nobody wants green passport again.
Nobody wants to see green passport. That was why our PM did his own publicly. He used us to tear his own. Every gold medal that he got for Nigeria, he was a sprinter, a sportsman. He sent it back to them. Nobody, pastor said that nobody wants to see green passport. My worry sister said they should respect the rules and regulations of international law. Then they can earn the respect. Yes, the international law includes terrorist-free nation. They will start from there. Then the High Court in Nigeria released and discharged Onyendu. Hello, this is when you are waking up. Good morning. How are you? Thank you for joining Wilson. You see, the court released Onyendu, but Nigeria government will not honor that. Not just releasing Onyendu, they went abroad and abducted him. That is an international law class 1 disrespect. They never followed the rule of law. Secondly, when he was finally abducted, the UN, which Nigeria government is signatory to the Treaty of the UN Charter, gave them 6 months in year 2022 to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They refused. Even their own law now, they are using all the sections. Section 174. They used it to release the terrorist leader, the Mieti Allah leader. Release the Sunday Igboho, who was calling for Oduduwa nation, just like Onyendu is calling for Biafra nation. They released those two and refused to release Onyendu. Why will the world not see them as a decayed nation or a decayed country? A country that has lost its value nationally and internationally. Nigeria is finished. This one, they are suggesting section 17 for Onyendu. Yes, this one, they are suggesting section 17 for Onyendu. Nigeria has no more hold on Onyendu. They don't know what to tell Onyendu again. And look at it. They adjourned Onyendu's hearing to 24th of September. You can imagine. They don't know that all this court adjournment, everything, that the world is recording it. Because they are still falling deeper and deeper into disrespect of human rights. You are transferring his case, adjourning it to September 24th. So he will be there till the end of the year, making it almost 3 years and a half. Because it was June this time, year 2021, that they abducted him. But no, Nigeria will not clean up their image as Obama told them. Wilson, You did not hear about this Obama. Let me finish with this. I will play you the Obama speech on Nigeria.
All nation will say they don't want Nigeria again. You know why? That prayer God will answer it so that Nigerians will go back home. Necessity is the mother of invention. So that they will think.
They have read it. They are always gossiping like Musa, chief of army staff. You know, gossiping chief of army staff, singing with Simon Ekpa Southeast. They don't think. They don't think at all. Nigeria do not think.
South Africa. Ignore President Tinubu the presidential inauguration in South Africa. Why was Tinubu placed behind smaller African leaders? This is a disgrace to the biggest black nation in the world. Its being relegated to a lesser position during such an important event is a clear indication that Nigeria needs to reassess its diplomatic standing and take concrete steps to improve its global image. This is a disgrace to the biggest black nation. Nigeria must rise and elect responsible leadership to reclaim its rightful place on the global stage. Tinubu was left without even a handshake and could be seen clapping his hands, seemingly reacting to this high-level snub. We should serve as Nigerians. It's time to take decisive action, elect leaders who can represent the country effectively, claim Nigeria's rightful place as a leader among nations. It's crucial for the country to demonstrate strong.
Wilson, you have heard it. You have heard Obama's speech. Oh my God. God. Stream. I wish I can find an alternative studio.
Okay, should I go off when you finish? Then I come in. But we can hear you. We can hear you. My sister, we can hear you.
Hello, my worried sister. Are you there? Something really, really went wrong. I don't know what it is. Hello, can anyone indicate if you are there, if you still hear me? My worried sister, thank you for
I'm
joining.
back.
Oh,
Yes, we can hear you now. Sorry about that. It's the network, I guess.
thank you, Mary. Thank you, Freeman. Thank you, my people. This is my studio. I have to really fight with these people. I don't know. I will talk to them after the. This is always happening. I don't know why they are doing that. My apologies. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Worry sister, please talk to Biafrans if you can hear me.
I'm hearing you very well, loud and clear. I'm hearing you. I'm angry with
Okay.
Obama, that idiot. It's like he's
Yes,
forgotten so soon. Is he not the one that said
yes,
Jonathan should step down? Is it not the one that said
yes,
dead Buhari is the best one? If dead Buhari is the
yes,
best one, and this guy came,
yes,
he said he wants to follow the footstep of dead Buhari. Why is he complaining now? You think other African people are not seeing what they are doing? Because the Westerners,
yes,
they are falling, they are going down, and Africa is rising. And they've seen that
yes,
Tinubu is their puppet, and they don't want no puppet around them. That's why they disgrace him. And moreover, all of them, they knew that they did not vote for Tinubu. and their constitution, they are not going according to their own law. Dead Buhari say, but the court will take their own course according to our regarding our leaders' case. The court has given verdict. They refuse to obey. UN threatening them 6 months. Is Obama not there? Why was Obama not complaining at that time that Nigeria obeyed the rules and regulation of the UN? Why is he not saying? Why is he not speaking? Now they say that who is Tinubu anyway? The drug dealer. Nobody wants to shake hands with a drug dealer. Nobody wants to recognize with money laundering. Nobody wants to recognize themselves with somebody that goes in like a woman, comes out like a man. Who want to get themselves with those kind of people? They are trying to tell Nigeria that Nigeria is not anymore. It's not a giant Africa because the Biafrans are living. All of them knows,
Yes.
including this Obama that is speaking now. Obama knows that we are living, that Nigeria is dead and buried. Nigeria is dead and buried. Tinubu cannot restore Nigeria. They can't. Even the Obama himself that is speaking now, he can't. He said Nigeria should go and do what? Who makes Nigeria? Who is Nigeria? Who are the people that is in Nigeria he's talking about? So are you telling me he's not seeing what is happening? The killing that they are doing to our people, the Christians that they are killing over there, he's not seeing that because he's a Muslim man. He used a book,
Yes.
church to come and flag in face. Tell that
It's
so-called what is Obama to focus on America with Joe Biden. He's no longer a president. We don't want his mouth. If he wants to speak, let him speak regarding our Oyendu, how they will release Oyendu. He should go to that lane, not whether they disgrace Tinubu. Tinubu is not a human being. He's a walking corpse. Can't he see? Can't he see? Tinubu is almost 90. They say he's 70 something. Who's 70 something? He's a grandpa, great grandfather. He's older than Joe Biden. They keep on faking death of birth, and he knows that Tinubu is not a Nigeria. Why would they disgrace him? Is Tinubu a Nigeria? Obama. Is Tinubu a Nigeria? I'm asking you, you Obama, because you are the only one that is the vice president of America. That you come and open your mouth to come and speak because you have an interest of this Nigeria turning to Muslim country. You have an interest for them to come and enslave us so that you will take Nigeria. You are happy that we should come and be gay like you people, and we refuse. We refuse you, and you cannot stop us. We are going. You will. This your mouth that you used to come and say they've relegate Nigeria. It will be so forever. Nigeria can never rise again. It can never rise again. We are gone. Same mouth you will use it to come and say, if only I knew. Because what you are doing now, know that you are a Fulani man. You are a typical Fulani man that is supporting this Fulani Janjaweed coming from Sahel, from Fruta Jalom. You are supporting them to come and be doing massacring in our land. They kill pregnant woman. They rape her to death. They rape 13 years old girl to death. They massacred 2 years old boy with ass on his head. Obama, listen and stop popping your nose on people's matter that doesn't count. You are no longer the president of the United States. You are bench woman now like us. You are nobody. Nobody. Nigeria can never rise again for them to take their place. They can never. We said it. And the God that we serve is behind us. And so shall it be. So shall it be. Britain will be on his knees very soon. Very, very soon. Putin is really dealing with them. Holding them in their circle, so pressing it. And Biafra is there as well. We will go, whether you like it or not. Jonathan have left for you because Jonathan said not even one soul. He doesn't want a blood of an innocent Nigeria to split because of a presidency. But what did Tinubu do? Tinubu massacre people because of Emile Kon. Emile Kon, hand they shake, leg they shake. Baba went in nowhere. He said he must say, just to enter car, you fall. Just to enter car, you fell. That this Obama is coming to speak, that they never regulate you. You will be nobody very soon. Very soon, they will not even invite you. You will be sitting at home. That's what they will do to you. You are a terrorist country. Thank you, my sister. Let me not take time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You really, really made a very, very important references. You know, when I started, I said, even though Obama was the one who encouraged this terrorist group to come in during the time of Jonathan, that was, I think, in year 2014 or 15, before the election, he visited Nigeria, and Obama was a very bad market for that country. Now he is the one crying. You are very, very correct. You
My
nailed
sister,
it.
Obama came to Ghana. Obama, this blockhead, he came to Ghana, but he didn't visit Nigeria. He's crying for Nigeria. Has he ever visited Nigeria when he was in power? I can't remember. Or
Okay,
maybe.
I think he was in Ghana. Yeah. He did not come to
Thank
Nigeria. I
you.
think it was in Ghana that he
Thank
made
you.
that
Thank
statement.
you. So you
Yes.
prefer Ghana to be giant.
Yeah.
So let
It
Ghana be
was
the
in
giant
Ghana.
of Africa. That's why you did
Yes.
not come to Nigeria. They are following your footsteps. They are following your footsteps. If Nigeria is a giant of Africa at that time, you could have visited Nigeria. Olori, the grace.
Yes. Yes, you are very, very correct. Thank you so much. You always hit the nail at the head. It is very, very correct. That zoo nation, we can no longer be there. You know, my sister, sometimes when I'm on my own, I will be thinking, why is God allowing us to go through all this? But He wants to do it for us to go quickly, that we are wasting time in Nigeria. Because if what we are doing, God has no hand in it. When they sold Onyendu, we won't have any. Our PM is the young man that is defending elderly people, that is protecting us. And one barrister 2 days ago came to call him a criminal. You know, when Biafra comes, there are many people that we are going to take to court. You really said a lot, and you said my mind. You said it all. How can Tinubu rule Nigeria? Tinubu is not well, and they know it. You know that these Fulani people, they think they are very smart. They want to see Tinubu by tomorrow. Then Shetima will take over. There's this pastor I played, I think it was on Monday or Tuesday. I played this video. The pastor said that those who want, that was on the 12th of, when was it that he had that fall? So everybody, it was on the internet. And one
On
pastor
the
said,
12th, on the
those
12th
of
of
you,
June, 12th of June.
yes, June 12th. So the man was saying that if the second man comes in, that animal will be better than them. I have the video here. He said for those of them, so that country, we have no place there. God is pushing us now with our PM. What we Biafrans really, really need is to make sacrifice. Even for those who smoke one packet of cigarette a day, they can cut it down and contribute to our fundraising. Our fundraising, our PM needs it, because everybody is calling for Biafra, Biafra. It cannot come with ordinary mouth, because we are fighting with animals, people who don't have value for human lives. The people that cannot even sit down and think of what will the world say about me. And this treatment that they gave to Tinubu is a typical example. When Musa, who always call our PM, cannot talk to the government, that bringing terrorists into army, the world is watching, and he will grab them and head to southeast. Okwama was there. They fought Okwama. Now they went to fight Aba. Just like this. They formed Boko Haram for southeast. Yes. Boko Haram only based in the north, but they form it to fight the southeast. Because if you were listening to PM the other day, when he was talking to the American journalists on the space 2 days ago in the evening, he told the man that, look, we Biafrans, we are only stopping these people for the Western world, because the one southeast, where they have the natural resources that they will sell and have the ammunition to fight you people. This terrorist group, they have open and hidden agenda. The open agenda is that they are really fighting Biafrans to gain that grounds. And the hidden agenda is that when they gain that grounds, they will use it to fight the Western world. That is their target and their goal. Yes, my brother Wilson said, Tinubu, while being a Christian and the husband a Muslim, is just to source for vote. Yes, they are not godly at all. Yes. So you are a little bit back, yes, on the program. I started 2 hours ago. You know, my worry sister is still around. Everybody is around. Freeman, do you want to join us, or you want to just make your comment? Because I have been 2 hours. You know, I promised people from homeland, because they complained about data, that they don't usually have data to listen to the long program. I beg to leave from here. Anybody who do not get everything, please, you can go to my page, Betty Ford TV. You will just get it and listen to everything. Worry sister really said, it made a wonderful speech, a wonderful submission. That is, Obama is disappointed. It's not our fault. Biafra is here. Biafra is here. Yeah. Yeah, you just fast forward now. Okay. Yeah. What will happen? Just go to my page, Betty Ford TV, and you will get everything there, okay? My fellow Biafrans, I will love you people and leave you. Remember that today is Friday and tomorrow is our usual fundraising. Even if you have $1 or 50 cents, bring it there tomorrow, my people. I love you all. We are going to win this war. When we are calling for referendum, we are not calling for fight. We are not calling for war. We are freedom fighters. We are not warriors like the Fulanis. All hail Biafra. Peace, my people. Progress, unity, and equity. It shall be well with us. I'm leaving now, and I'm saying I love you all. Remain blessed. I will see you tomorrow afternoon before the fundraising starts. Thank you, my people. Thank you so much. And good evening from here. Thank you, Wilson. Have a good rest. I know from your end this morning. I wish you a blessed weekend. Bye, my people. Freeman, God bless you. Bye. Remember, my people, to click the like button and subscribe to Betty Ford TV if you haven't. I love you all. Bye.